Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Word here with another video bringing you Fireball Rockaloons into Legend League. This is the army we're running today. We've got two furnaces into like this hybrid army that I've been running. Changed up some skins today, though. Oh, put that back in the right slot. I've been using the Party Warden today. I actually just think it's kind of fun to use, and the Dragon Champion, but the Party Warden's the big difference. Also put in a second Ice Golem into this army, just kind of messing around with it. I dropped I think a Wizard and a Rockaloon or something. Not much, to be honest. I think a Wallbreaker and Rockaloon, actually. So I think this is plenty fine. We're going to give it a go. Same super minions in CC. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right in. Today we had some pretty bad defense, to be honest, but I reset in the top 200 because of yesterday's huge plus 60 and a missed defense. So yeah, reset in the top 200, didn't get any defenses yet. Hopefully we can on the last one, but regardless, let's lock in and jump right into the hits. Okay, into the first base, we get Ozil. I am Ozil from Pakistan. And honestly, a fireball on this Rage Tower is absolutely massive. I think I've hit this base before, and as long as I can hit that, yeah, we go crazy. So just trying to count my invis right here. I could go for one onto the, whatever you call it right there, the fire spitters. 2, 3, 4. So it might be a 4 invis. I haven't even looked for a flame flinger because this fireball is just too valuable that I need to find a way to hit it. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to set this up, taking down all the Tesla right here. And I think that one's even going to go down. Okay, it did. To be honest, I think we're looking absolutely amazing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the Quakes first. Fireball lands. Beautiful. Okay. One thing about going Quakes first is it can be risky in case you do miss your Fireball, then you just completely wasted them, where they can still be valuable, like with the, what's it called, Royal Champion, or just with the Fireball wherever you do land it. So you got to be a little careful of that, but I was confident. Obviously, mine was going to hit right there. I think I might have been able to set up a Flame Flinger, but there are heroes on the outside, kind of, so maybe not. But I'm very happy with their Fireball setup. It did take a little bit, so as soon as I Warden chooses a direction, I'm going to go in because I don't have much more time to waste since how slow that was. So I'm still fine with that, though, because, like, you know, minute 30 is as late as you can start, and I should be getting my Warden to pick a side here in the next, like, 5 seconds. Okay, Skeleton's coming down. I just want to see if he goes with the Gold Storage or the Expo. That's about it. Looks like Gold Storage is going to be his answer. Yep, it is. Okay. He should be going around to the next one, right? Yeah, he does. Okay, so my Warden is now stuck for good onto this right side. I'm going to go in with heroes right here. There's the Siege Barracks. We got him in fairly early right here, so I'm excited. There's the one. Okay, my Warden just dove in. I think it was too many balloons for some reason. That's fine, though. He's going to join in with the heroes. That happens on some attacks on purpose, so it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just not what I was planning for on this particular base, but that's okay. He might get the Town Hall before he joins in, especially if I rage him up. He's going to dive with the Town Hall right here and hopefully get it down before the heroes can get deep enough to pull him. And that would actually be really epic right here. So I'm going to get a really, really nice free spell right there. And then the Ice Golem might produce another good freeze if I'm lucky. But there's a great king ability, actually. Wow, we took down almost every single defense right there. I'm going to pop the Ice Block on my Warden to let the healers heal him back up to full. And yeah, at this point, this base is absolutely crushed. There's nothing left. I'm going to poison the enemy queen just to make sure she's slow enough and dealing less enough damage. The Headhunter can get her. It does. There's a skeleton spell just to be certain. But yeah, we're going to swag the World Champion on the first hit of the day, which is beautiful. A lovely start to the day. Of course, you love to be swagging your World Champion on the first hit. Just shows that you had everything kind of in control and you didn't need it. And that was even with my Warden going the wrong direction, or the direction I didn't have planned, right? So yeah, really, really nice right here. I don't want to get into time trouble, though, so I might just drop her just to be certain, because 30 seconds isn't too much, and you know, there's just a decent amount of buildings up there. So I'll drop her just to be safe, because like we mentioned, who cares? No one, they only see if I get a 320 or get a plus 40. They don't see the swagged heroes. You guys do, but that's okay. That's not what's going to show up at the end of the season. So there's a triple, and let's move on to the next one. All right, into this next hit. Okay, we've got Ground and Air Expo tells me I could be setting up a Flame Flinger, and I think I genuinely can get one here, but there's definitely Tesla, so I do got to be careful of it, but I think I could get one onto that Crusher Mortar and multi-arches and kind of all that stuff. So I will set one up there, and as far as the Fireball goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, even the Mono gets some crazy, crazy value. The thing is, I think I might go for like the Air Sweeper, because that will get me, you know, the most amount of value, getting the Clank Hustle as well, because that's what I would love to get. So that we can focus on this side right here. One Rockaloon. Yeah, I knew there'd be a bunch of Teslas, so I just got to take them down right there. And to be honest, one Barb right here just to check for any skeleton spells that were exposed. Don't see any, so now I'm going to let my Flinger cook. It's going to take its fair time because there's just so much to get through right there. Kind of like the Party Warden, though. Shoots a nice beam. Has some funny sound lines on. That's why I've got the audio. Obviously, you need it for this skin. But yeah, Warden's going to be walking. Okay, I'll take down this Mortars to be certain. And there's no Tesla because they were all on that bottom side. Okay, I only need one Rocket Loon, actually. Right? Nice. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Warden's going to keep going. And probably should cut to the Mortar after this, would be my guess. Okay, nice. That's awesome. After this Mortar goes down, let's see. I think then I can hit a... I'll wait for the Fire Spitter to go down to be certain I can get a triple invis right here. And not have to use too many spells. But so I'll pop a freeze onto this Headhunter. We'll get it down. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're still walking right here. Just don't want to invest any rages. Here we get that down. There's the ice block. 1, 2, 3. There's the fireball. Gets the sweeper, which gets the Clan Castle Mono Rico. Look at that value. So that's exactly what I was going for. Unfortunately, I did pull the Clan Castle first, but still alright. I'd like 2 Headhunters to go on the enemy king just because it does so much damage. So that's what we're going to do right here. And the Flame Flinger should be cooking. I don't think I have any doubts that it's going to get all its value. It'll just take some time, but that's okay with me. Obviously, you need time to get all of that value. So Queen and King do go into the Poison Tower, which kind of sucks, but I guess it is what it is. Skeleton Spell I think would have been way too late right there under the Rico, so I'm just going to leave this as is. Probably Rocket Loons will get a good job funneling right there. Okay, look at that. Second Ice Golem also does well right there, so I think I am liking the 2 Ice Golems, to be honest with you. Kind of my first time trying them out. Like, obviously I tried them in friendly challenges, but like sometimes the base is so crushed, those aren't really gonna, you're not gonna notice any of those things. Okay, my Warden did stay up right there. That was actually really sketchy for a second. I definitely should have invised like a half second earlier, but I'll rage him up again because honestly if I get through this you know, quadrant of the base with the Warden, there's just nothing left, so I can freely use the rage on him. And I put that furnace down a little too slow because now it's going to expire before the attack's, or not going to expire before the attack's done because of how late I put it down. But yeah, that's on me. Honestly, that Ricochet cannon's already down. I was in between saying Rico and Ricochet, so I just said Ricochet. That was weird. But anyway, yeah, this base is absolutely crushed, and we will swag the World Champion on this one because I don't need it for time, and I don't want to risk it, but this one's not risking it, so that's why we're comfortable swagging it. And yeah, really nice 3-star also on the second one. Nice Fireball, nice Flame Flinger, and yeah, really, really nice. Let's keep it rolling. Alright, so today's been going pretty well, and now we've got to really pay attention to this Hook Tower in the core. These are the bases that can be a little scary because obviously that's going to be very dangerous. I'd honestly be totally fine fireballing just a Multi-Inferno just to make sure I take that down, so I think that'll be my play. Play an Enter on the World Champion side since it's weaker, as we've learned in the past. I can't really snipe down that Mortar, just taking a peek. Don't really see any Flame Flinger either, so I think I'm just going to charge in kind of like right here and go in for probably a Siege Barracks. It's going to be depending. Maybe I'll decide to go in with a Log Launcher through the Mono. We'll see kind of where my... If my Sui's coming in down here, then I'll definitely be going with the Log Launcher right there, but I'm not sure if that's where I'm going to be going, so we'll see. I checked that Mortar because it'd be nice to take it down, but if I'm pulling the Clan Castle, which it was, which is why I checked, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to let my Warden keep walking. He's probably going to go Helper Hut and then Air Defense right here. Yep. But he should turn back to the Ricochet Cannon after this, which is nice. And I checked the Hook Tower range because I can get down all of this kind of buildings, the Ricochet Cannon and the Fire Spitter, those compartments without being hooked. And that's as far as I can get. So I'm going to make sure right here that I'm set up to do well. I'm going to take down all of these defenses right here, and then probably I would have liked the sweeper to go down, but I just don't think it will, and that's actually okay. But I'm gonna pop the ice block right here because yeah, you can't go too far into the core. Gonna hit the fireball, nice right there into the core. Just get the Hook Tower, and that's it. But that's okay because the value is not immense, but what it provides of not letting my Warden getting hooked is crazy. So I do have to go for that right there. I gotta pay a little attention because my Warden will be going into the Minion Prince, which is the scariest hero right there. I got 2 Ice Golems, which will really help this Sui significantly through this kind of heavy section of the base. But honestly, going into the... Look at that. My Warden would have sucked to go through that Clan Castle. So Poison and Freeze is what I would have had to use, but really glad I don't have to. And really going to be benefiting from my Sui going through the Clan Castle, which is also nice. Honestly, Invis was the bad play right there because now I'm still going to have to rage. So, okay, Warden, don't go. Nice. I really should have went with the rage right away, but... You know, you live and you learn, because now I'm going to have to go 2 Headhunters in for this King, and the Mono I only have a freeze for. But that's okay, because there's not a whole lot on this base. If I can get through the Mono, I think I've tripled this base. So King's rolling through. I'm probably going to pop his ability right here. The Ice Golem still is yet to pop, and will fairly shortly. I don't have any more Headhunters, though, since I've used... Okay, I wasn't paying attention to my Warden enough. The World Champion can come clear out that bottom section on the Mono. I had the freeze ready, and just wasn't paying attention. Queen ability to pop just to be in time right here. And nice, we even get the poison spell to pop. I'm actually going to pop the freeze right there because if I can get my queen through the ricochet and multi-arch, there's nothing left. So I'll freeze to get the balloons through right there. And yep, that scatter shot stands no chance on its own. But those ricochet and multi-arch tower was a much scarier compartment. So I lost my warden, which is not something you want to see because that does scare me for the rest of the attacks that, you know, clearly I'm not paying incredible attention today. So I do got to lock in, but that is just a nice wake-up call on a base that I didn't even get crazy fireball value on, but we're still going to triple and take that like lesson of losing my warden, and let's not lose him for the rest of today. All right, that's going to be my goal, not lose the warden for any attacks, regardless of what happens. And yeah, let's lock in and finish him out. All right, sometimes I ask you guys to say something in the comments just to let me know that you're still watching, but to be honest, sometimes I run out of things to say, and also you know, that's no fun. I want you guys to actually comment something. Just tell me how your day is going. You know, I love recording these videos. I honestly do YouTube just for fun. Tell me how work was, you know, what was going on today. If you were just, you know, with your family, how that was. Yeah, I just want to hear, you know, how today was for you guys. But anyway, getting back into the attack, I've got a chance for a flame flinger, but I don't think I've got it. I just need to set up this fireball, which I think I can do with like 3 invis right here. It's fine to take a little bit extra to plan because if you hit your fireballs, they get plenty. Oh my goodness, I didn't see the mortar right there. Okay, that's no good of a start, but we can obviously recover that. I gotta get the healers down though. Okay, terrible fireball. Now I'm gonna be charging into a rage tower, which is never ideal, but it's okay. I know we can make this work because I've charged rage towers before, not from missing, but from just like not fireballing them. So we're gonna lock in a little bit right here though to let my warden really cruise through this whole section, but I think we can focus through this and still get this 3-star. So I'm going to have my warden continue walking. Looks like based on where he's going, my heroes are going to be pushing their way in through the other side. I'm going to get this set up right here, this furnace. But okay, Super Dragon comes out, which is honestly the best CC for me to deal with. Going to get the poison to catch both the Headhunters, nice, perfect, and the Super Dragon. So we're looking really, really nice right there. And I think my Sui is going to be coming in from around 12 o'clock. Looks to be the idea right here. So my warden, I'm hoping, dives in. Yes, great. Takes that step. So the scatter shot will no longer have the chance of even splashing onto my healers from like a booger or something. But yeah, we're going to... Oh, okay. I popped the queen ability right away too. So this is not a good start in many, many respects. But warden should go get that down. Yeah, I'm making a ton of mistakes in this attack, which is no good. I don't even have a good flame flinger because sometimes if you make a lot of mistakes but get an OP flame flinger down, you can still triple. I didn't even get that down. So we don't have a lot going for us on this attack, to be honest with you. I'm definitely going to need the world champion, and I'm going to need her heavy. So we're still pushing, though, and my, to be honest, my king is going to get a really lovely ability right here because all of these are 1 or this flame spinner is 1 HP, so I just got to keep an eye on my warden right here. I'm probably going to invis him just to be safe right here. There's the king ability. I'm going to rage right here on them, and then I'm going to quake the bottom side where I'm the one with my world champion because, yeah, okay, right here I'm going to ice block my warden since he's taking the mono and the enemy king. I'm getting in right here with a bunch of rocket balloons to try and take down all of these air targeting defenses and just defenses in general is the reason I'm going for them. But okay, queen's coming in right here, and I think we're going to get this triple. Yeah, we will. Okay, absolutely beautiful of a recovery right there, staying composed. Look at that. My goal today was not to lose the warden, and the warden was in on the mono and the enemy king, and we still don't lose him. So really, really doing a good job right there. I literally fireballed this mortar up top on the whole rage tower, and I still am going to triple this base with a swag freeze. So that's just the power of this army and the control you really can have. I know we had a level 1 flame spinner, but my king and queen were wrecked regardless. So honestly, phenomenal recovery on a terrible attack, and let's keep it rolling. All right, so okay, nice. This is actually the exact same base I just hit earlier. So unfortunately, that last one did not go really to plan. But this is the base I think this is the same clan even. That's actually really funny. But I hit this base and went for, okay, ground expos wouldn't even let me get a flame flinger. I was going to try one this time around. But, yeah, I think I'm going to get my heroes in from 12 o'clock just once again. Go for the exact same warden right here. Just make sure my healers can get out of range. I hate placing my healers down and having to stress. That's always the worst thing. So, oh my goodness, I got 5 spectators. 6 spectators from my clan. I think they said they were going to try and join to hype up the video. So, you know, W clan, just so you guys are aware, you know, I really appreciate my clan, but I'm going to drop a rage right here into my warden so he can charge through this whole section because with the ground expo, that's going to be a lot of damage on me. My warden's going to start walking right here. I would like to get this air defense down. I think I can snipe it while I'm on the gold storage and hopefully push my warden down. Okay, not quite in time, but that's fine. He still goes down on his own. I'm careful dropping too many balloons because I've already had today balloons pull my warden, so I don't want to do that again. And I think on this one, like the last one, I would like to get the Fire Spitter if I can get all the way in there. On this one, this is going to be very interesting because that Ricochet is going to prove to be... Okay, I need to invis that Builder Hut in the core anyway, so I'm actually fine with where I am. I'd like to get down that Wizard Tower, though, and I guess these Tesla as well, that means. Okay, my Warden's going to be walking right there. And I think I should get this with 3 invis, which isn't too bad. Okay, right here. Ice block in 1, 2, 3. Nice, we hit the fireball on the hook. Honestly, that's all we need. Just taking out the hook is what's scary enough on its own to me. So Ice Golem, King, Queen. I think what I was doing in that last attack was when I deployed my heroes, I put them down just weirdly with my fingers, and it meant I double-clicked the Queen. Well, I mean, obviously it did, but like, I think that is something that's just weird, and I don't often do that. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that since, you know, it clearly did not work out last hit. My Warden was getting a little close there to that wall where he might be pushing up to the other heroes, so I'm glad he did step away right there. The Rage should be enough to take me to through the Minion Prince. Holy smokes, can I speak. We got 8 spectators now. This is actually awesome. I don't even feel the pressure, which is kind of fun. But King Ability is probably going to be coming soon. I've got ready the Headhunter for the enemy King. And this is one, like I talked about earlier, this is right around where I lost my Warden, and I don't want to do that at all today. So that's my goal. You guys know that, not lose the Warden. I'm going to freeze the mono, I think, because I want this Headhunter. I don't want to invis. I'm going to invis as well, actually, because it turns out I need it right there. There's the King Ability to help out on the enemy Queen. I'm not liking this. I'm going to support my Warden down here. Literally everything is dying by the Town Hall. My Warden honestly might not live. I thought he was going to be able to. Yeah, he doesn't. Okay, so I failed my goal right here, but let's not fail the attack. Honestly, it's looking very sketchy because my King didn't get any value for me. But my Royal Champion's really trying her best right here and trying to push through this base, but it's not looking good. Yeah, my heroes did actually awful in this attack, and I think it's going to come to bite me. Yeah, my heroes did not go into the Town Hall, and it was just destroying them this entire attack. And I'm actually going to get a fail right here, which is just awful. Sucks on a base I've already hit, especially with all the people watching. That's okay, that's just fun. But what are we going to get on percentage here? Because this is not looking great. Not even 90%. Okay, not very good at all. And yeah, we're gonna lose there at 86, which is not a very good hit. But you know what? That happens every day. You make mistakes. So let's move on to the next one and keep it rolling. Alright, we go into this one, and it's another hook base. So, okay, Double Rage can be a little interesting because you do want to fireball a Rage Tower, but I don't like going into the Spitters, and I do like to fireball the Hook Tower. And honestly, okay, this is the thing. You like to fireball the Rage Towers, but I've attacked these bases so many times, and every time I've gone behind the Spitters, I've 3-starred. So I'm not incredibly worried about fireballing a Rage Tower. I don't think I'm going to on this attack, actually. And just have to kind of push through it. So I'm trying to set up a fireball. Oh man, there's just so many Tesla right here onto this Hook Tower. And I wanted to try and get... Okay, at least we get the mono right here. I wanted to get the Fire Spitters, but I don't think it's worth it. It would have been way too much investment right there. So I'm just going to hit that fireball onto the Hook Tower and go behind this Fire Spitter. It's going to be a little tough going into both of these Rage Towers, especially since my Sui, I think, is going to be kind of coming in from this left side. So behind this Fire Spitter, I hope they can stay healthy and get their abilities through the Rage Tower. I can't let their abilities go off early. So I know that these compartments are going to be, you know, a lot of damage. I got to save their abilities, so I got to do other things like using my spells and tanking them with my other troops really well so I can keep them alive. Honestly, my Warden's going to do a really good job on this base of entering. I think a nice on the Gear Tower there would be a good Skelly spell, so I'm going to save it and not use it on this entry. But I'm going to go with King and Queen right here. Siege Barracks to come down needs to funnel this time. It did not very well on the last attack. But we still got a Tesla right here. And another Ice Golem comes in. Gonna pop that on the air defense to push my heroes extra in the base. Another wall break. Hopefully can go off. There's a giant bomb. Okay, we still get the wall break, which is nice. Minion Prince, I'm gonna try and get down right here. A Headhunter for the enemy King as well. I'm hoping my King turns back around, and he does. So I think we're looking really nice right here. Another Furnace coming in with my Warden as support. And my King's just walking right here. And this is where, you know, I'm gonna be fine using his ability on entering the Rage Tower. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I was hoping the Sweet Crew would be down, but I guess I'll pop it right there. Going through kind of everything. I'm actually going to invis. Okay, my healers were weak. I didn't realize how weak the, whatever you call it, was. Okay, I'm going to Ice Block my Warden. I don't know. I think I might accidentally hit my healers right there. Okay, no, I didn't. That would have been bad if I did. I'll rage up my Warden. I think that's all I need to get through the rest of this base because he should be able to take down. Okay, I'm actually going to freeze to be sure because the Queen of the Scatter was a lot of damage. But as long as he got through that, we would be good. But now I'm a little worried because my Queen's going to probably pull him, and he's not going to get the value that he's supposed to up here. But this Archer Tower is one shot, so I would have got it down right there. And yeah, we're going to finish this one off. Going into both Rage Towers with your Sui and Warden is always scary. I like to Fireball one, but the Hook Tower is the scariest thing for my Warden. I could have maybe let my King get it, and I went for my Warden from this side. I might try that next time. I always forget about my King into the Hook Towers, but that's a 3-star nonetheless, and let's get into the next one. All right, we got 2 left, and we've got a Rage Core, which is actually kind of perfect for me. Let's see how we can get in there, though. A Flame Flinger won't be incredible on this base just because of where these Expos are kind of set up. I could try and go for one for the multi-Archer Tower and Ricochet Cannon. I just really don't think it's worth it. Although, I might Fireball the Mono, which is a fairly easy setup. And I think I'll do that. So I'm going to set up the Flame Flinger here. Watch what I do right here. There's an Invis. Okay, 5 Rocket Loons are going to come in right there to set up this. Okay, I actually pulled the Clan Castle, so I got to go for the Fireball first right here. Nice, we hit both the Spitters just like I planned. I was a little worried I might hit a Wizard Tower by accident. But I accidentally pulled the Clan Castle, which is why I'm going to have to freeze right here, and I had to start my Warden before the Flame Flinger. I actually don't like the fact that my Warden's on this right side because that's the side I'm also flingering, but it's alright, I guess. Just checking for any skeleton traps, and yep, now we're in. That right side mortar is not a problem because hitting the Ricochet Cannon will splash into it. I'm into both sweepers though, which is not ideal to be honest, so I'm not sure, maybe that wasn't the right play going for that. I just think it's kind of neat going for the Invis Rocket Loons right there, and the clan was watching, so you know, had to perform. We got 7 spectators just once again. Here's a balloon, but yeah, I'm a little worried about going into these sweepers with the Rage Tower and Raged Up Town Hall, so I do got to be a little careful right here. I think that mortar is going to go down for sure on its own. Look at the Flame Flinger just kind of supporting the Warden, but not really doing too much, so I'm not really sure still if that was worth it. I'm going to go in with that right there. There's King, Queen. Okay, I need a Baby Dragon right here. The Warden's chilling a little bit right here. He might end up joining with the heroes. I'm not really too sure, but I wouldn't be too you know, opposed to that because he's going to be in some trouble on his own right here. I shouldn't have raged him. Maybe I needed to. I don't know. I don't want to rage him into these Ice Golems. It feels like a waste to me, but I'm going to get Wizards right here. I'm going to see if I can get a wall break. Wow, I actually just did right there. Okay, a nice skeleton spell. Might not be tanking the Ricochet Cannon. Now it is, actually. This is a beautiful, beautiful approach. My King's still working right here. I have another rage for my Warden. I was about to pop it on my heroes, but this is what I do sometimes as a mistake, is there's no need to rage my heroes right here. They're doing their thing, and they're still working, so there's no need for it. I'm going to pop the King ability right there just to kind of quake the core a bit, get my Queen to turn in. So she does right there beautifully. I'm going to freeze right there onto the Poison Tower. Okay, my Warden might go down just because he was walking. He actually doesn't still. I don't. Okay, yes, he does now. Probably going to pop a freeze onto the... It's actually going to freeze the Giant with the... Sorry, not freeze, but, you know, Ice Block. But I didn't end up doing that. Okay, 3 Headhunters just right here because as long as I can get down the Minion Prince, they'll also go after the King. And we're in for the Gear Tower, and okay, I missed my Ice Block onto that one, but that's fine. We're going to swag the Minion, or the World Champion. Hopefully the Flinger doesn't even pop, which would be epic. And yeah, let's just wrap up the 3-star on this one. Just this gold storage left, and it looks like there's something missing. Okay, it's a Builder Hut right here. We got it down. I was like, I saw 99 and didn't see the building, but nice 3-star swagging the World Champion, and scanning the last one. Alright, time for the final hit of the day. You know what it is. It's my favorite time of the day. Unfortunately, it's not for the 320, which is what I love the most. You know, the pressure to go get it. But I got 6 spectators hopping into this one, so that's enough pressure already. Let's go get it. On this one, I think I'm actually going to charge from the Monolith a little bit, because if I just hit the air defense on the left side right there, that's actually phenomenal value. And yeah, I think if I do go in, hit that air defense, I'll get the Clan Castle, multi-arch, multi-inferno, kind of all that value. I think that's very good. I know the Rage Towers itself are very good, but I think, look at that, already triggered that Rage Tower, which is actually just insane. I'm going to take that down. Hopefully don't pull any Tesla. I actually didn't, which is awesome as well. I'm going to Ice Block right here just to make sure I stay up. Then I'm going to go for my Split Quakes right there, the Fireball. I think I missed the Clan Castle with my second Quake. I did, because I'm an idiot. Alright, not Rage that Monolith though, so we're still fine for now. Okay, we do get that down. Furnace comes out, so I'll poison it. Hopefully, I just do not want it to jump on my healers. Doesn't look like it will because I don't have an ice block right now. So if it does, the only thing you can do if you don't have an ice block to save your healers, if they've been hit by the furnace mites, is to pull him away and get your healers to run off of the like zone. So you just have to pull your warden across the map, which is not always the best thing, but you have to do it. So if you want to keep your healers alive. So on this one, my warden looks like he's going to be doing a-okay. Definitely going to rage the Sui though on this one because they do got a lot of work to put in. Wall Breaker does connect on this one, but I'll probably be popping the King ability anyway, so was it worth it? I'm not really sure. King gonna pop on this Ricochet Cannon though to get the Quake Boots in, especially the Spiky Ball. Okay, I thought he was gonna step up and he actually ran around, so that's not great. But I'm actually just gonna invis the Queen right here, trying to save her ability a bit, but not really sure if that was worth it. I don't think so. I'm gonna pop her ability now. I don't like this really much because my Queen's just taking some really heavy damage. But I guess it is what it is. World Champion's going to come in, though, for the Town Hall. Snipe it out. This is where her value really shows because the Rocket Loons lose their haste and just can't get deep into the core of a base. And the World Champion supplements that and fixes that issue on her own by the fact that she can dive deep into the base and does just an amazing job at it, actually. I'm going to rage her up with the Giant right here because my World Champion's going to kind of crush the back end of this base on the Minion Prince and all of that. And yeah, we're going to finish off on a 3-star here, which does feel nice, not going to lie. Even though I had a fail, which you don't want to be seeing at the end of the season, I still feel good because, you know, I did have some really nice attacks today. Some bad ones as well, but I think I learned a lot, especially just funneling my Sui in there would have been nice. Just going to swag a freeze on this guy because I got 8 spectators and you love to swag the freeze. But triple's a triple, and we'll take that probably like a 308 on the day, which might be bad because I might be going negative. But I really appreciate the support from all you guys. Probably still resetting in the top 500, but definitely in the top 1,000. And let's try and lock in the last end of the season and get some nice defenses. But that'll do it all for today's video, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.